sure. I got to give a lot of credit to Sacramento. That's the second time they've come here and made it very difficult for us. I thought we bored the hell out of our fans in the first half, and we were too slow. We were not sharp. We did a few different combinations this game, but we had a lot of answers. So I'm not. Had we lost, I would have been very upset. But you saw there's heart and emotion, and I think that what you saw was a team that didn't feel desperation. You know, this is the hard part. When you clinch your division and things are going really well for you, you kind of forget what it feels like to be desperate, to have to win a game. So I think the last 20 minutes, God, we must have had 4 or 5 handballs, and our touch in the box wasn't very good, but we probably deserved a little more. But at the end of the day, I think 1-1 is, we have to take it.
You said you felt they were too slow in the first half. What was your message at the break?
Well, the coaches were in there talking to them about tactics and movement, and I kind of went in and told them it has nothing to do with tactics. It has everything to do with fight and desire and heart, emotion, and we shouldn't have to tell you guys what to do, where to run, and how to play. But what I was very disappointed with is it just looked like they wanted to win more than we did, and that's never been the case here.
Do you think they answered that call in the second half?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought we started a little bit cautious, but I think that Darren got a pretty bad cut above his eye, so the change. John kind of gave us more depth up front. He stayed central. I thought that helped us a lot. And then, I thought Arturo came in and was fantastic, and it really kind of changed the game. But it's funny with Arturo and David, whoever starts, the other one comes in and looks like super awesome. But I thought overall, the second half was much better, yes.
What are some of the things from the first half that you'll be hoping to avoid going forward?
When we get to the playoffs, there'll be desperation, trust me. And I think that you'll see the way the game ended, you'll probably see that same kind of desire, the quickness in their movement, the speed. When they sent their goalkeeper up on the corner kick, Corey was yelling at Santi and Solo to come back to defend, and I said, no, this is our stadium. Tell Andre to catch it and let's go. And I think it's hilarious. Ever since I've been coaching youth soccer, it's like the most exciting 6 seconds in soccer is when it's like a power play in hockey. But I think that emotion, that desire, it brings out the best of us, and we have to be ready right from the start when the playoffs start.
Coach, were you expecting a game like this from Sacramento?
Oh, they're a very good team. They're veterans. Las Vegas is very young. Tacoma's very young. A lot of these young teams that I think we kind of can bully a little bit. But a team like Vegas and other veteran teams in the league, Oakland, you can't just go through the motions. You have to be prepared, and you have to work hard, and you've got to match that energy. And we didn't at the beginning. We talked about it, that had they won this game, they still had an outside shot at making the playoffs. So they were playing with desperation, and we were not.
We talked earlier this week about using these final 2 games as playoff preparations and playoff mode. What are the lessons from tonight that you'll use?
Well, the thing I'm most happy, we almost subbed in David Egbo and went to a 3-5-2. We would have had 2 strikers. But right when Kev scored, I pulled it back, and I'm actually really happy because if you're in the playoffs, we're starting overtime now, and we still have a sub. We pick up another moment, and we still had 3 guys left to make a change in the overtime. So I think from that perspective, not making the change late in the game was very smart on our part for the staff, and that was good.
Do you think the first half could serve as a wake-up call to the boys going into the next match?
Well, the wake-up call is going to be when they know if they lose, the season's over. I mean, these guys are veterans, and they've been around. We've got enough guys that know. You ask Aiden Quinn what the playoffs mean, and they understand. They know. And the best thing about tonight was the crowd was fantastic. It was a record crowd, and They were really emotional, super exciting in the second half, and I think, like I said, we bored them to death in the first half, but they were ready to rock and roll in the second half.
0-0 last time.
Guys, last one.
0-0 last time, then 83 minutes for a goal tonight. What does Sacramento do tactically that makes it so difficult to break down?
Really work hard defensively. I mean, they had 8, 9 guys behind the ball all the time, and sometimes 11 when Iwasa came back. So very organized, very strict 4-4-2, 4-4-2-3-1. It's not easy to break down when you've got a team that's working really hard side to side like that. So early in the first half, we were trying to hit some diagonal balls, but we were too slow. Taking 3, 4, 5 touches before we would hit it. And I thought the second half, like I said, the ability to try and break them down on the dribble and then pass the ball, we looked much, much better.
Just a quick one to finish. Sorry, Darnell, what's the status of him?
Darnell has a lower body injury, and we're thinking it's 7 to 10 days.